Morning, YouTube. It's cold out here this morning. So I'm out here in my yard this morning. I was up at Elliot's shop until it's just about midnight last night, I think. Just about midnight. We closed up the shop. I was working on my neck knives. I got a lot of work done. I have 8 orders and 3 knives that are going to go up for auction on my friend Billy's site, Strategic Defense. Keep an eye out for that. I'll get that posted when it goes up. But I got all that stuff ready, and I'm going to go back up today and sit here drinking a cup of Earl Grey hot in my Haunted Mansion mug. In case you guys don't know, I love going to Disneyland, and I have probably 20 Disneyland mugs. I'm like a great big kid when we go to Disneyland. It's hot, all right. But what I wanted to talk about, because I said I was going to start doing this as often as I could. Let's get this lined up here. Robert Boettger. I know you guys have heard me talk about him. Boettger Custom Knives. Mr. Boettger has opened his books. He is doing it like he's not just doing strictly his auctions like he had been on Instagram. Up until recently, the only way you could get a Boettger custom knife, well, there was a way. I found a way, because mine's getting made, was to win the auction. He would make a knife, and he would do it to his specifications, just whatever popped into his crazy little Marine brain, because he was a Marine and got out. Whatever in his airframer, I want to do this. Whatever he decided he wanted to do, he would make it, and he would do an auction on Instagram, and the highest bidder got it. Problem was, he made some knives that were worth way more than they ever auctioned off for. This one, case in point, was an auction knife that I feel went for well under what it was worth. If I had had the money, I would have bid on it, and this would be at my house. But I have a Boettger custom coming. Because he's a friend of mine, and there were favors done and requests made, and there was a deal worked out. So what I wanted to show you guys was this is what we're talking about. These are the things that he does. Look at the finish on that knife, and it's never going to come out cleanly on here. Sculpted pocket clip with the Timascus insert on the pocket clip. Anodized standoffs, anodized hardware, Timascus insert and copper insert, and I mean, it's smooth. It's smooth, and I'm trying to see. Sometimes text messages, when I get text messages, it stops my camera. And it needs oiled, so don't judge the action on that. It has had no oil, and you're not really gonna be able to see it. Let's see if I can catch it. He did a milling pattern on the inserts, or on the insides, on the scales inside. It's not sharp yet per se. I haven't sharpened it yet. Going to. Beautiful finish on the blade, but I mean, look at that, gorgeous. And I've screwed up. You're not gonna be able to see it, but yeah, lockup on it's gorgeous. It probably needs a drop of oil on it. It's dry. It has no oil on it. That's why. So. Lock bar insert, using a lock bar insert, and that is a gorgeous knife. I think this is the one he's calling the Raptor. So if you look, when you go on, Instagram, you can find him on Instagram. It's Robert Boettger Customs. I'm gonna tag it in there. His name is spelled strangely. It's Boettger. Robert Boettger Customs. And you find his knives, you can find his custom knives on there. And he has his books open. He has a couple models he's come up with a Warrenclyffe style, and I got some gunk down in there. I was looking at it earlier. But it is so smooth. It's really smooth. He works up with Elliot. He's learned a lot from Chris and Elliot. You can see some of Chris and Elliot's their influences on some of the things that he does. But he has his own. He definitely has his own style, regardless of Chris and Elliot's influences. He has his own style. But I mean, centering is beautiful. It's a gorgeous knife. I love this knife. I saw it when he was making it, and then I saw the finish, and I was like, oh. Originally, I was going to have him do the milled pattern on the inside, on the outside of my knife that he was going to make, that he's going to make for me. And then I saw this finish. I was like, nope, nope, changed my mind. I like that blue. I like that blue. But yeah, fitting those Timascus pieces on that sculpted pocket clip and everything. That's just gorgeous. That's gorgeous. And as that ages and patinas, it's going to even give it a better, just truly, truly gorgeous work. So I had said I was going to start throwing more of Robert's work up in my videos. It's just the thing was both that he and I had been so busy that I just hadn't had a chance to get any of his stuff and get it in here. So since he wanted me to sharpen this, I figured this morning, it's freaking cold. It's cold this morning. I don't like being out here. It's just like a CPAP lines on my face. I wanted to get this in the video so that you guys could see it, because like I said, with him opening his books, I'm really hoping that his business is going to take off. I really hope big things for him. I would like to see him be able to afford his own shop and be able to work, in his own shop and be able to be basically just kind of take off on his own and do well. So yeah, Robert Boettger Custom Knives. Boettger Custom Knives. Like I said, I will put his name down there. You can find him on Instagram. Awesome dude. Like I said, I'm significantly older than a lot of the guys that are up there at Elliot's shop, but that's a group of guys that are very mature. And Robert's one of those guys, even though he's so much younger than me, still one of those guys that I have a lot of respect for, because he's even at the age he's at, really mature, and has had a lot in his life that has happened that has led him to a point where he's way more mature than his age would lead him to be. So yeah, I think he's gonna do big things. He's going really far. So update on my knife. I've got the eight pre-orders that were ready, and then I have the 3 blanks ready for my buddy Billy's auction. I'm gonna heat treat the 8 pre-orders today, and then I am going to probably try to heat treat the other 3 if there's time. I don't think there will be. It takes forever to heat treat, especially if I don't get up there. If I don't get started soon, I'm not going to get up there till noon. Trash can over there. So if I don't get up there till noon, it's going to be 8 o'clock at night before I get done with the heat treat on those. I'm not going to have time to start those ones. But what I'm going to do is I'm thinking about some other knives that I might make. Some other small knives that I am comfortable grinding the edges on to work my way into some other things. This might be a thing. I might start making some knives. Keep that in mind. I might start making some knives. So if you're still interested, you may want to reach out and get in touch with me. They said I had some, Elliot had water jetted out some blanks for me. Still requires a lot of grinding, so it's not really that it's going to reduce price because I still have to pay for the blanks. That's going to be something that I'm looking at that reduces time, not necessarily cost. It's going to reduce time and allow me to get more But I'll make this knife until I just get tired of it, I guess. So we'll see how that works out. And then, yeah, if you're interested in one, get in touch with me. Still, the sharpening surface is still the same. Like I said, that's what I'm setting up to do right now. I'm gonna sharpen this one, and I have a customer that had found Fair and Forged Knife Works through one of my videos and bought a used Archbishop, a left-handed Archbishop from Joe, who is, if you watch Chris and Elliot's videos, Joe is their project manager. He bought one of Joe's left-handed knives and had specifically requested that I sharpen it. So I'm going to start that this morning and hopefully get that in the mail either today or Monday, so that Seth can get his knife, because it's a gorgeous knife. It is a beautiful knife. So nice choice, Seth. That is a nice color. It's a nice knife. I've seen it sitting on the table and wondered why Joe's knife was sitting on the table. So, all right, guys. Yeah, let's close this out so I can get this work done and get started on some other things. All right, later.